Welcome to Space Colony. This tutorial will teach you the basics of colony life. You can leave at any time by clicking on the options icon highlighted above. This is the inside of the bridge. Here you control the base's power, oxygen, and medical facilities. This is the oxygen pumping facility. When an operative is working on the control desk, oxygen will flow into your base. This is a solar power collector. When an operative is working the desk, power will flow into the base. The biodome is a large interior space into which you place the furniture and facilities that enable your colonists to survive in space. Let's meet a colonist.
Personal shuttle arriving.
That spaceship contains Venus, our heroine. You better treat this girl right. Out of all the social misfits you are going to meet in this story, she is the one who just might get you through it all.
A new operative has arrived. Operative Venus.
Your base currently has plenty of oxygen, but your power is getting a little low. You need to tell Venus to go and work at the power desk. Left-click on Venus, and then left-click on the power desk.
No problem.
Okay, let's take a look at the effect of Venus's hard work. We need to go to the bridge screen. Left-click on the bridge button. That's better. Your power bar is now rising. Great. We now have some power stored. To leave the bridge, click on the bridge button again, or press the right mouse button.
I am so sleepy.
Oh, Venus is tired. Perhaps she would like somewhere to lay down. Left-click on the bed icon. Now left-click on the picture of the bed and move your cursor over the biodome. When the bed appears in the dome, left-click again to place it. Great. Now we need to assign Venus to the bed you placed. Left-click on Venus, then left-click again.
Okie dokes.
While Venus walks to the bed, let's take a look at one of her needs. In this case, her need for sleep. Once she lays down on the bed, we should see it start to rise. While Venus is dealing with her need for sleep, let's see what effect these needs have on her, and consequently on your ability to run the base. A colonist's happiness rating is the key to the game. It tells us how long they will work for us. It is translated into their work shift as shown by the colored section of the work clock. While the clock hand is in the colored area, she will go and work for us. When it is outside of that area, she will tend to her personal needs. Now, let's try to increase her happiness. I happen to know she likes to dance, so let's place a disco for her. Left-click on the entertainment icon. Now, left-click on the picture of the disco, and move your cursor over the biodome. When the disco appears in the dome, left-click again to place it. Now, left-click on Venus, then left-click on the disco to send her there.
Sure.
While Venus is in the disco doing her thing, her fun bar will fill up. Like all of Venus's needs, her fun bar... Great! We have successfully dealt with Venus's need for fun, which in turn has increased her happiness a little and boosted her work shift. She will now be a slightly more productive worker for us. Let's look at some of the other areas that affect Venus's happiness. This is Venus's salary bar. From time to time, she will go to a cash machine and withdraw her salary. You can set her salary level in the bridge. This is Venus's social interaction bar. It can get lonely in space, and to maintain their sanity, operatives need to talk to a human face. This bar fills up when an operative talks to one of their friends. Be warned, however, sending an operative to talk to a colonist with whom they have a bad relationship will have negative consequences. This is the food bar. The more hungry Venus becomes, the more of a negative effect this bar will have on her. A colonist's need for personal hygiene is easily dealt with by placing a shower block. This is Venus's health bar. If Venus gets injured or sick, this bar will fall, and again, like all of Venus's other needs, the lower the bar, the less happy she will be. If her bar were to empty completely, she would die. So let's try to avoid that.
I'm gonna go crazy if I don't speak to someone soon.
Venus could really use someone to talk to. So we will bring down our next operative, Operative Stig.
Personal shuttle arriving. A new operative has arrived. Operative Stig.
To get Venus to talk to Stig, left-click on Venus, and then left-click on Stig.
Hey, man.
Stig and Venus are now going to meet each other. The simple friendly greeting between them may not seem much, but it really helps both their needs for social interaction.
I want to eat.
Next, they're going to need some food, especially Stig. He has a star next to his food need. This means that food is more important to him and will have a bigger effect on his happiness than his other needs. Okay, to find a source of food for our small team, we must explore the planet a little. To scroll the map, push the mouse pointer to the edge of the screen. Now, to see more of the map, we need to place a light. Left-click on the engineering icon. Now left-click on the picture of the light and move your cursor over the planet. When the light appears on the planet, it is at a valid location to place it. Left-click to place a light and explore the area around your base. Keep placing lights until you find some hydromorphous plants. Great, you found some. This is local vegetation that can be harvested for food. To harvest it, you need to place a nutrient now. Left-click on the picture of the nutrient extractor and move your cursor over the planet. When the nutrient extractor appears, left-click again to place it. A good strategy would be to place it close to the hydromorphous plants. Now that we have an extractor placed, let's get Stig to work operating it. Left-click on Stig, then left-click on the extractor to assign him to work this facility.
You're the boss.
Stig is now walking to work. When he gets there, he will jump into the cab and use the harvester robot to go and chop down one of those strange plants. Stig is now working the harvester robot. When a robot gets to a plant, it will chop it to pieces with its chainsaw arms, then vacuum it up and take it back to the extractor facility, where Stig can process it into valuable nutrients for our colonists to eat. A unit of nutrients has now been produced. In a short while, a warehouse droid will fly over to collect it. Now that we have some nutrients, we need to place a mess hall so Venus and Stig have a place to eat. Left-click on the living now, left-click on the picture of the mess hall, and move your cursor over the biodome. When the mess hall appears in the dome, left-click again to place it. In a second or two, a warehouse droid will deliver our nutrients to the mess hall, which will in turn produce food. Well, sort of. I wouldn't eat it myself. Venus and Stig are hungry, so they will automatically go and eat. You can also tell an operative to eat by selecting them, then clicking on the mess hall. Oh dear. Aliens have just been picked up on the military radar and are heading our way. We may soon have to defend ourselves. What are you waiting for? Why aren't you preparing the base defenses? Oh. It seems to have been a false alarm, and it's only a few harmless rodents. If you want to see some real aliens, you'll have to wait until a little bit later in the story, when you can choose to go and fight on some bug-infested planets. Before we finish this tutorial, there is one more important area of the game we need to look at: personal relationships. Venus and Stig can only fulfill their social interaction bar if they talk to a friend. Now, let's see if Venus and Stig are friends, and then we can work on improving their relationship a little. First, we need to place an area for them to talk. Click on the bed now. Click on the picture of a chair. Select your social area type, style, and color, and then click on the Place button. Now, left-click somewhere in the biodome to place your... Now, left-click on Venus. The heart symbol is her relationship icon. Click on it. As we can see, Stig is already a friend, but let's click on him anyway to improve Venus and Stig's relationship.
Sure,
Venus
I can
and
do
Stig
that.
will now go and sit down in that social area you placed earlier and talk through their differences, which will improve their friendship greatly. As you play through the game, you will need to check on relationships occasionally, as left untended, they tend to deteriorate.
They never seem to give us a break.
Ah, I wonder why. I wonder why, I wonder. Why, I wonder. I like a good slice from Wonder Eye. This place looks like the end of the world, the bottom of the well, the underneath of the boat.
I agree.
Congratulations, you've finished the tutorial. We'll leave you now to explore the controls a little more on your own. Don't forget, you can exit at any time by clicking on the options icon.